This is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So I'm back with this video. Black Americans are Americans. Now, why am I making this video? Because in the last video where I shared what the white man said about what Europeans think about Americans, I got a lot of pushback. He didn't say anything about Africans or Caribbeans. And some people took this video personally and they were more offended by what I had to say than what the white man said. And he was speaking about Europeans, strictly about his own people. White people responded, but non white people also responded. And it wasn't even about them. People have a real problem with us identifying as Americans. I don't know what they think we are. When we were trying to identify as Africans, African Americans, and some of us still do. Some of us still do because some of us are really African descendant, as am I. But when we were saying that, you had Africans going from country to country asking Africans who weren't even concerned about Black Americans, what do you think about Black Americans? Do you think they're Africans? Should they be calling themselves Africans? Now, I could call names if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. But they were doing that. And even here, they were saying, you're not really an African. You're not like us. You weren't born in Africa. We were stunned by that reaction because we started calling ourselves African Americans before they even started coming here in large numbers. But it wasn't about them. It didn't have anything to do with them. Our ancestors came from Africa. Many of them did. And for some of us, that was the only way that we could honor them in that way. But since Africans made, and I'm not saying all Africans did this, I'm not saying all Africans did this, but you know how it is. You know how it is. The blowhards are going to make the most noise. So they had a lot to say about it. So at a point, Black Americans agreed, well, they're right. We're not African. We're American. Now, people have a problem with that. And I think this goes for white and black people. But here's the thing, America doesn't just belong to white people. America is a multiracial, multicultural country of different people, of different races and ethnicities. And we are the foundation because we were forced here to build this infrastructure and this economy. So there's no way that we're going to dismiss that. In the past, our foreparents were bullied and intimidated not to call themselves Americans, to just say, we came from Africa. We came from Africa. When we're saying, yes, our ancestors came from Africa, and if your ancestors did not come from Africa, I'm not talking about you. Okay? So the ones of us whose ancestors came from Africa, we're not going to dismiss that. We're not going to sweep that under the rug so other people can feel comfortable. They were here, they were misused, they were mistreated, but they did the work. They put in the work. And they couldn't leave, they couldn't flee. All these people who are coming over here now can go back where they came from. The Chinese, the Japanese, the Hispanics, they can all go back where they came from. But now we can go, but you don't take a hit for building something like this country and then just slink away and say, well, it's not ours, it's theirs. No, we stand on business, and that is what we do. But there are people who have a problem with us calling ourselves Americans. There may be some Black Americans who don't like to refer to themselves as Americans, and that is their prerogative. But the rest of us take ownership of what was done here by our family members and against our family members. Look at this. This is from Hayward McCullough 2762. Occupied land by settler colonial Europeans. What he means is occupied land by invaders who came to this land and did not have the decency to accept the hospitality that was offered them, but decided that since they didn't have anything in Europe and they saw what was here, they would just come over here and take it. It sounds like somebody trying to sound superior, which you are not. You weren't even able to sustain one colony without the help of the Africans. You failed at everything you tried to do until you went and got the Africans people who actually knew how to build a society. So this little bit of superiority you're trying to throw at me, you can miss me with that. Remember how America became America, and while the rest of the world is left behind. Oh, by the way, Lady Boulay, you are not American, and Black American culture is totally different from white European culture. Well, nobody said Black American culture was the same as white European culture because I don't know what that is. I don't know what white European culture is, just like I don't know what white American culture is. So I just dismiss this as a joke. This is the kind of mindset that used to work on black people saying things like this, but it doesn't work anymore because we know our history. You can only hide the truth for so long. So now they're trying to hide it again. They don't want America to know that they're not nearly as smart as they want the world to think they are. They're being propped up by black people. They've been propped up by black people from the beginning. I wouldn't trust anything they did, even those inventions that they call themselves making. Black people had to go back for many of those inventions. Black people had to go back and fix them to make them work because they didn't make any sense. And they were more dangerous trying to make them work than they were leaving them off. So, and what is really laughable is that many of the commenters were more upset about me than they were about what the white man said. He was very clear about what he meant. But I think people are afraid to attack a white man, so it's always easier to attack a black person. I don't feel attacked at all. I feel emboldened because this white man spoke the truth and people couldn't take it because you need to mind your business, leave other people alone. Black Americans are here to stay. We're in the Constitution more than anybody. The Constitution is really framed around black people. Why would that be the case? Because black people were the ones who built it. They were living off black people, just like they try to do now. You go to those old slave houses, they're still trying to make money off those slave houses. So everybody needs to get over it. Black Americans are Americans, and we're not trying to be anything or anybody else. Okay, y'all? Let me know what you think about the video. Give me a thumbs up and have a great day.